Mistral recently updated its chat with powerful abilities. And it is all free. We can go to this website and ask any questions. We can even upload a file. There are 3 buttons: Canvas, Web Search and Image Generation. We can click any one. I am very excited to see that it now provides the web search function, which most current AI models do not have. Let us test it. If we ask, who will be the US President in 2025? Without the web search, it does not have the answer because we did not click the web search button. If we click the button, we ask the same question. Now, we see the correct answer. It has searched the web and retrieved the updated information. Even we can see the references shown here. This is a big improvement if your application needs real-time information. It can also generate images. Let us see the quality. We ask it to draw an elephant walking undersea with beautiful fishes around. We can see the quality is high, and the resolution is also very good. We can also save the image. Next, let us click the canvas. We ask Mistral to write code to generate a calculator. It provides code in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. It looks pretty good. The calculator has the function to display the digits, operators, and basic functionality. This is very powerful. All are free. Another thing I want to talk about is the Mistral agents. We can create agents, which basically a module to carry out specific functionality. The user can query the agent. The agent will perform some calculation, logic or other steps with the help of the AI models. After that, it can generate and optimize the result and return the result to the user. This becomes very powerful. For instance, a company has a sales department. We can create an agent to perform the sales-related tasks. We can create another agent for the human resource department. We can also create agents for other departments, and so on. We can have agents with different functionalities. Specifically, we also can make the agents in a chain. So, the user can ask a question, and the agent chain can perform the task by combining all the agents together, and return the result to the user. This is really very powerful and useful, especially if you have a very complex task. We will show you how to do this. Again, all these are free. If you have not created an account with Mistral AI, you can go to their website. On the top, you can click the login button. On this web page, you can sign in with your Gmail address. It is very easy and convenient. Once you have logged in, you can go to the law platform. Click the Set up My Plan link. Then, click the Experiment for Free button. Here, you need to enter your cell phone number. After that, a verification code will be sent to your phone. When you receive it, you can enter the verification code and confirm it. Then, it is back to this page again. We can click the free button again. Now, it shows we have a free plan. We do not enter our credit card information because it is free. We click the API keys link. On this page, we can create API key for later use. You can give the API key a name and an expiration date. I will skip these. Let us click the button to create the API key. We can see the API key generated. Let us click the copy button and save the API key for later use. If we go to their docs page, we can see many models from Mistral. There are also free models. For example, the Pixtral is a very powerful model, and we will use this model in our tutorial. It is free and has large token limits. We will see details later. There are Mistral AI APIs we can use. As shown in the quick start, we have created an account and generated a new API key. We are ready to get started with the API key to build our application. We can see the HTTP request parameters shown in the code. It has the location URL, the headers, and the body data needed when making an API call. We can reference these in our code later. In the models overview, we see one of the free models, Pixtral. It is available via API with the ability of understanding images. You can explore more, such as clients, model customization, and developer examples. There are a lot to learn. Compared with a couple months ago, I can tell Mistral has added many contents in their website. They have done excellent job. One of my friends got the offers from OpenAI and Mistral. You know what? Finally, he has chosen to join Mistral. Now, I understand why. In the capabilities, if we go to the text generation, we see the HTTP request parameters in the code, which are same as we have seen previously. In the vision, we can pass the URL of the image and the AI model can analyze the image for us. There are many other capabilities. Let us go to the agents, which we will be focused in this video. It explains what agents are. They are autonomous systems powered by AI models. They can perform tasks and take actions to achieve specific goals. We can use the agent builder to create agents, and use Agent API to call the agent. In the agent builder, we can choose the model, and set parameters, such as temperature, instructions, and demonstrations. We can test the agent and deploy it. After the deployment, we will use the Agent API to communicate with the agent. Here are the API call parameters. We see the location URL, which is different from the previous one. The headers are same. In the body data, we need to put the agent ID instead of model name. In the following, we will show you how to create agents. We go to the law platform. On the agents page, we can see 2 agents that I have created previously. We will use them in this video. We also can see the API key page containing the API key generated a couple minutes ago. On the usage page, we can see the plot of the tokens I have used so far for the model Pixtral Large. On the limits page, we have the rate limit of requests per second. It is 1 request per second. For most cases, it should be enough. But if you have very complex agent chain, where you make many API calls, the rate limit may be a bottleneck. If you see errors, it could be very likely due to the rate limit. In most of cases, it should be okay. We see the Pixtral Large model, and it has token limit for a minute and a month usage. It should be enough. Just in case, if you see your code showing errors, it may be due to the limit, and here is the place you may want to check. Just keep in mind, there is a rate limit of 1 request per minute. I don't complain, because we are using it for free. If you want, you can create a new API key. I will do so after this video is published. Then, the API key used in this video will be deleted in case someone tries to use it for bad things. On the overview page, we can click to create an agent or fine-tune a model. We can click to make API requests or download models. There are also links for the docs. Back to the agents page, we click to create a new agent. We can choose a model. As you can see, when we select one model, it shows the price for input and output tokens. Different model has different price. If we select Pixtral Large model, we do not see price because it is free. It is an advanced model published in early this month. There are also other models with different prices. It looks like Pixtral Large model is the only model without price. Let us choose this model. For temperature, we use the value as 0. We are going to build an AI Q&A agent to answer user questions based on the provided data. We want it to return an accurate answer. We can enter the instruction and expectations for the model. We also can add examples to instruct the model with the input and expected output. After settings, we can test the agent with query and see if the output is as expected. Finally, we can click the Deploy button to publish the agent for later use. We can add the name and description of the agent. Back to the agent page, we already have 2 agents, Sales Bot for the sales department, and HR Bot for the human resource department. Let us first take a look at the HR Bot. We have the name and description of this agent, which says employee data for the sales department. It contains the salesperson information, such as his name, role, working years, and salary. If the user asks any questions related to the salesperson, the agent should return the answer based on the provided data. As we have shown, the model has been chosen as Pixtral Large, which is free yet powerful. The temperature has been set as 0. For the instruction, we have entered, "You are a Q&A assistant." Answer the user question based on the employee information of sales department on this data. The data is in JSON format, containing the information of 40 salespersons. The data has been used in several of our previous videos. We can see it more clearly here. The data has all the salesperson information in the sales department. For each JSON object, it has the first name, last name, working years, role, and salary of each salesperson. For instance, this shows John's first name and last name. He has 8-year working experience. He is a sales manager, and his salary is $75,000. The user can query any information listed in the data. The agent should return the correct answer based on the provided employee information. You can also provide examples to instruct the agent to generate the output. Especially, this is very helpful if you have a complex agent. For this video, we are using a simple agent, and we can skip this. Let us test the agent. We enter, "What is John's role?" The agent replies, "John's role is sales manager." This is correct. It shows the agent works as expected. Of course, in your application, you may want to run many test cases thoroughly. When it is ready, we can deploy the agent and use it later. As you can see, I have already deployed the agent. Let us go back to the agent list page. We are going to take a look at the other agent, which has the data showing how many products each salesperson sold. We see the name of the agent and the description. The model is same, Pixtral large. We also have the temperature set as 0. For the instruction, we enter, "You are a Q&A assistant." Answer the user question based on the following data in the sales department. In the data, we have the quantity of the products has been sold by each salesperson for a specific year, such as 2023 and 2024. As shown, the data is in JSON format with the salespersons. For instance, the first object contains John's first name and last name. In 2023, he sold 1,563 products, and in 2024, he sold 3,568 products. The user can query any information saved in the data. Back on the agent list page, we have the agent ID for each agent. We can click the icon to make a copy and save it for later use. We also can see the models, Pixtral large. As we have built and deployed the agents, we are now ready to use them. The agents are very powerful units with specific functionalities, and thanks to Mistral, we can use them for free. In this video, we will build a very simple chatbot and query the agents using the Agent API. Before jumping into coding, let us go to this GitHub page. In our code, we are going to use the front end and style listed in the website. It has a beautiful user interface, and I will use it in this video to save a lot of time in styling. We click on the templates folder. In this folder, there is an HTML file. It contains the chat interface, such as the dialog window, user message form, submit button, etc. We can use it in this video, so we do not need to write all the HTML code from scratch. We click to download the HTML file. We click on the static folder. There is a CSS file for styling. It has all the necessary CSS code for our chatbot. We can use it in this video, so we do not need to write CSS code from scratch. Let us download the CSS file. We will use the local host for the website. In the www folder, I have created a folder called Mistral, which contains the chat HTML and style CSS files that we have just downloaded. We can open the folder using the visual code. As you can see, we have the chat HTML and style CSS files. I also have added a new file called chatbots.js. We will write code to query the agents we have built. In the chat HTML file, I have commented out the code on line 6, because it has a broken function, and we do not use it. On line 29, I have changed the src with the styled CSS file, which we have downloaded. On lines 52 and 53, I have added two drop-down options, HRBot and SalesBot. So we can select one of the agents. On line 84, I have deleted the original script tag and added the src of the chatbot.js file. So this JS file will be loaded. The CSS file is perfect for the chatbot styling, and the styling is beautiful. Before writing the code, we can go to the browser to see the chatbot. On the top, we can select one of the agents. This works perfectly. Let us write the code. First, we add the agent IDs from Mistral, and initialize the agent ID with the ID of HR bot. We also initialize the selected bot using the HR bot. We get the drop-down element and save it to the variable called selectBot. We then add event listener upon the change trigger. In the callback function, if HR bot has been selected, we assign the HR bot ID to the agent ID. If sales bot has been selected, we assign agent ID with the sales bot ID. We get the message area element and save it to the variable form. We add event listener to the form with the submit event. We get the date, hour, and minute, and use the string time to record the time when the conversation occurs. We get the text element and save it to the variable called user question. We get the element of message form 8, which can display the conversations on the chat window. Next, we create an element and save it to user HTML. In the inner HTML, we add elements including the user question and the string time. We append the user HTML to the message form 8 and display it in the chat window. We define a variable question to save the user question. We will call a function Mistral agent to send the user question to the agents. We will pass 3 arguments, agent ID, question, and the string time. After the user question has been displayed in the chat window, we set the value as an empty string, so the user can input his next question. Back to here, after the user question has been appended, we want it to be shown at the bottom. So, we call the function scroll to bottom to do this. We are going to write the code for the Mistral agent function. First, we call the fetch data function and save the returned result to the data variable. The fetch data function will call the agent API. We use the try catch block. If there is any error, the catch block can catch it and show it on the console. In the try block, we have the HTTP request options, including the method, headers, and body data. We pass the agent ID. In the message, we include the user question. In the fetch function, we have the URL and option as the argument, and the result is saved to the response variable. We check if the response status is OK. If not, we throw an error to indicate HTTP error. We call the JSON method to get the response JSON data, and save it to the data variable. Finally, we return the data. After we have the data, we extract the answer using this data structure, and save it to the variable Mistral res. Then, we want to display the answer to the user. We create an element and save it to the bot HTML variable. We add the inner HTML, including the answer in the Mistral residential variable and the string time. Similarly, we append it to the message form 8 to display it on the chat window. We call the scroll to bottom function. Finally, we return the Mistral res for later use. Until now, we have finished the code for user input and fetched the answer from the Mistral agents. We are ready to test it. On the browser, we refresh the page to load the code. First, let us select the sales bot. We ask, who sold the most in 2023? There is no direct answer in the data. The agent needs to compare all the 2023 year's data for each salesperson, and find the maximum and return it with the name of the salesperson. We see the agent has done a good job, and returned the correct answer. Next, we select the HR bot. We want to know what William's role is. The HR bot replies, William Brown is a sales manager. This indicates both the agents working perfectly. But we need to switch the agents in order to get the answers. If we ask, who sold the most in 2023 and what is his role, we will get no answer because no single agent can provide the answer. In this case, we need an agent chain. We can query the sales agent and pass its answer to HR agent to get the final answer. In the following, we will make API calls sequentially. In the HTML file, we add the third option, all bots, so we can choose this bot to make sequential agent API calls. Let us go to the browser and refresh the web page. We now have the third option with the all bots. It looks all works. In the chatbots.js file, we add the third condition, and assign the agent ID as an empty string if the all bots option is selected. On line 45, we check if the agent ID is empty, and we will call the Mistral chat function. Otherwise, the user has selected either HR bot or sales bot, and we can call the Mistral agent function. Let us write code for the Mistral chat function. We first call the sales agent and pass the sales bot ID, user question, and the string time. We save the result in the variable called sales bot answer. We define a variable forward question, which concatenates the user question and the sales bot answer. We then call the HR agent and pass the HR bot ID, the forward question, and the string time. We save the result in the variable called HR bot answer. In this way, we call the agent chain, and the final answer is saved in the HR bot answer variable. Now, we are going to make an API call to let the AI model to optimize the answer. We use the HTTP parameter similar to the previous one. We need to add the model name, Pixtral large 2411. In the content, we have the simple prompt, please answer the question using the provided data. We add the user question, the sales bot answer, and the HR bot answer. We use the fetch function with the URL and options parameters. After the promise is fulfilled, we convert the response to JSON data. Then, we use the same data structure to extract the answer and save it to the variable Mistral res. We do the same thing to create an element and add inner HTML, including the Mistral residential and the string time. We append it to the message form 8 to display in the chat window. We also call the scroll to bottom function. Finally, we add the catch block to catch errors. Now let us test the code. On the browser, we refresh the page. We select Sales Bot and ask, who sold the most in 2023? The sales agent replies with the correct answer. We select HR Bot and ask, what is William's role? The HR agent tells he is a sales manager. If we ask the HR agent with the question, who sold the most in 2023 and what is his role, the agent does not have a definite answer because it does not have the data. If we select Sales Bot and ask the same question, the sales agent has the answer for the first part of the question, but it does not have the accurate answer for the second part of the question. If we select the All Bots and ask the same question, we see the answer. It looks same as that provided by the sales agent. I think there is a bug in our code. Let us go back to the code. On line 58, we should pass the forward question instead of question. Let us correct that. Now let us go to the browser and refresh the page. We select the All Bots to query the agent chain. We enter the same question, who sold the most in 2023 and what is his role? The agents give the answer, the person who sold the most in 2023 is William Brown and his role is a sales manager. This is fantastic. All works as expected with the free Mistral agents and APIs. How wonderful it is. Based on the idea demonstrated in this video, you can build complex agent chains to accomplish high-level functions as desired. Hope this helps. If you like this video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. If you have any comments and suggestions, please let us know. Thank you for your support.